Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Emil Ennis Jr. back here with Clever News. And Schitt's Creek star and creator Dan Levy recently criticized Comedy Central India for censoring a kiss between two male characters. Let's break it down. Alright, so in case you missed it, Schitt's Creek completely swept this year's Emmys. Like, literally, they won 9 Emmys. I mean, the show is literally the best thing 2020 has seen. But if you haven't seen the show yet, it's all up on Netflix and it's definitely well worth your time.
I'm afraid you and I have arrived at an awkward moment in our parent-child relationship.
I'd argue that moment happens daily.
For those of you who haven't binged all 6 seasons of Schitt's Creek yet, I promise I won't reveal any major spoilers here because seriously, if you haven't watched, you have homework. In short, the show is about an extremely rich family that loses their entire fortune after being defrauded by their business manager. So the Rose family is forced to rebuild their lives with their sole remaining asset, a small town named Schitt's Creek. While the show follows all the funny, lighthearted moments that David, Alexis, Johnny, and Moira run into while living in 2 adjacent rooms in a rundown motel, the root of the show is really about family and love. And the show prioritizes showing a variety of love stories. Over the years, Schitt's Creek has been praised for having no expressions of homophobia in any of its storylines. The show's co-creator Dan Levy is openly gay and has spoken out about how important it was for him to have all kinds of relationships represented on his show. His character David Rose is actually pansexual, and Dan told Entertainment Weekly earlier this year that, quote, "We made a conscious choice that David's sexuality would never be in danger, that the town was going to be completely accepting of everybody. I wanted to show a projection of our own world that was kinder, show how much people can grow and the capacity with which people can love when they are not fearing for their lives." And Dan's co-star Emily Hampshire, aka Stevie Budd, also spoke to the Gay Times about how Schitt's Creek actually helped her come out. She said, quote, "I had to ask Dan what pansexuality was. I didn't know at all. Cut to 5 years later, definitely pan." And so this week, Dan shared his disappointment when he came across a clip of Schitt's Creek that aired on Comedy Central India, where they censored a kiss between 2 male characters. In fact, the censored clip included his character David and another male character. Now, before we get into everything Dan said, it's important to note that unfortunately, India isn't as progressive when it comes to same-sex marriage and relationships as some other countries are. According to the BBC, over the past few years, India has repealed some of its extremely outdated laws that directly discriminated against gay sex and transgender identification, but they still have a long way to go. Many laws have still not been put in place for important issues like anti-discrimination and same-sex marriage, and according to a 2019 Pew Research poll, there's sadly still a significant amount of homophobia present in India. Dan Levy made his stance clear and wants to make sure his show is not censored, no matter where it airs. In the clip Dan shared, some of the show's main characters like Alexis, Ted, Patrick, Stevie, and David are playing Spin the Bottle. You see Alexis, a female character, kiss Stevie, another female character. You also see Ted, a male character, kiss Alexis. However, when it came to showing Ted kissing David, there's a clear edit and, well, you don't see it happen. Here's the moment in question.
All right, who's the lucky lady?
That's offensive.
Okay. Anyway, respin!
Yeah, it actually looks like it sort of landed between 2 people. No. I know exactly who it landed on.
Ted, that's not okay.
Come here, big guy.
Along with sharing the clip, Dan wrote, quote, "You showed the kiss between 2 women, you showed the kiss between a woman and a man, then removed the kiss between 2 men. This is a show about the power of inclusivity. The censorship of gay intimacy is making a harmful statement against that message. Love is love." Many fans were quick to applaud Dan for speaking out, like this fan who wrote, "Thank you for always calling this bull out." And this person who said, "Thank you for making a show that truly meant the world to so many. This kind of censorship is not okay." This fan added, "Hey Comedy Central India, don't remove anything from this beautiful show that Dan created to be free from homophobia. Removing this kiss goes directly against the message of the show." This fan shared the kiss that was cut out, writing, "Dan Levy, maybe we should just help them out?" But others questioned why the kiss was specifically cut in India, like this person who wrote, "Oh, whoa, didn't know it was in India. That makes sense why it was cut. Still very wrong, but I doubt anyone in power over there gives up about inclusivity and celebrating love. Frustrating." And an Indian fan actually chimed in on the conversation by thanking Dan and sharing their own experience. They wrote, "Cutting the male kisses like this might not seem like the biggest deal. Oh, the original still exists, just watch it on Netflix or something. But it's indicative of the homophobia still deeply pervasive in Desi culture, and it's something that affects my life every single day." This fan continued on writing, "As a first-generation immigrant and someone who spent a quarter of every year in India for most of my life, it's apparent in the way my mom told me to change the channel when someone said the word lesbian because it was a bad word." And this Twitter user concluded their thread writing, "I'm so grateful to Dan and Schitt's Creek for not giving homophobia get any kind of platform and creating a world we can aspire to live in someday, but it's obvious that we have a lot of catching up to do. We're just glad that Dan stood up for his show and its message because it's an important one, and it's clear that Schitt's Creek has had a strong impact on fans. But for more on the Emmy Awards, click right over here for another clever video, and then let me know your thoughts on Dan's tweet calling out Comedy Central India down in the comment section below. I'm your host, Emil Ennis Jr. You can find me on Instagram at Emil Ennis Jr., and I'll see you soon right back here on Clever News. Bye, guys.